Well, good morning, everybody. How are we all doing
Good.
today?
How are you?
You guys excited for some banding today?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, to start off today, everyone take your instruments and put them correctly on the floor. And percussionists, just lay your sticks on either the instrument or on a table near you. I'm going to rest on its side with the second valve exactly like that. And now, guys, I'm going to ask you to stand up in a safe place away from your instrument. Make sure that you are arms reach away from everybody. So, make sure we're not touching anybody. Make sure we're safe away from the instruments. We're going to start with some breathing today, all right? So, how it's going to go is this first breathing exercise. We're going to come in for a certain amount of beats. We're going to come out for a certain amount of beats. We're going to start simple. We're going to come in for 4. We're going to come out for 4. So when we get to the second count on beat 2, we make sure that we're about halfway full. We can still have a lot more air. And then on the 4th beat, we can't have any more air. We're going to be super full of air. We're going to be so tight right here in our chest and our stomach region. And then we're going to come out for 4. And when we get to that last beat, make sure there's no more air. All right, we're going to do this 3 times. All right, so I'll give us a measure of 4. And we're going to start breathing, okay? And so when we do this, we want to have our arms moving as well. Beat 2 is going to be right here, and beat 4 is going to be right here. Make sure your hands touch, okay? Sweet. So I'll give us a measure of 4. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, and. Again, and. Last time, man. Awesome, awesome. So now the next breathing exercise we're going to do, we're going to stay in this counting thing. We're going to go in for 6 and out for 6. Okay, so 3, we're going to be right here. 6, same thing, touch your hands right here, all right? And I'll give you a measure of 6, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, and then. And again, and last one, and so we're going to take your arms, shake them out a little bit, shake them out, and put them up here and take a big breath in, and all right, so this next exercise, we're going to be focusing on our air articulation. I like to call it airplane, dart, and bowling ball. All right, so how this works is I'm going to say a random combination of those 3 things, and then we're going to breathe exactly like that. So if, say, I were to say airplane, airplane, bowling ball. Airplanes are nice and graceful. They're very smooth. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to go, and we'll create a nice stream of air. All right? And then darts, well, you see dart players are always like really far. They're like really getting that accuracy, make sure they get those bullseyes. So we're going to go really nice, strong articulation. We're going to go, all right? Let's do that one more time. And then bowling balls are heavy, right? So we hold them and we let go. We're just like, ah. So with bowling balls, we're going to go, all right? So we're going to have hands about right here above our head and go, ah. So if I were to say airplane, airplane, bowling ball, like I said earlier, we're going to go, and then we go, and then we go, ah. All right? And so I'm going to say random combinations of those 3 things. And the point of this exercise is to really get our air flowing and also articulate it differently. Because sometimes we're not playing the same note every single time, you know? So we got to really get that going, starting with our air. So starting off, we're going to go dart, bowling ball, airplane. All right? So then now we go, ah. All right, make those air things contrast. Don't make them the same way, all right? So, airplane, airplane, airplane. Make sure we're taking nice big breaths in, all right? So, bowling ball, airplane, dart. Dart, dart, dart. One more time. Dart, dart, dart. Dart, dart, bowling ball. Dart, dart, dart. Airplane, airplane, dart. Dart, airplane, bowling ball. Awesome job, guys. Now keep the enthusiasm. We're going to do 2 more sides. All right, so we're going to have our arms up here. And we're just going to take in a big breath of air and just let it out. So, one more big sigh and So guys, now we're going to demonstrate correct sitting posture. Someone show me what correct sitting posture is. Percussionists, you can have a seats, and we're also going to focus on our sitting posture as well. So find your seats. Say you have your instruments in hand and you're ready to go. So let me see correct posture. No. Awesome, guys, awesome. So that looks good. You guys seem like you have a good grasp on posture. So if you ever forget what good sitting posture is, like you're resting and you're waiting to come in, can everyone see me okay?
Yes. Can I stand up to see?
Yes, you can. We're going to have 2 right angles at all times when we sit down. So those 2 right angles are going to be 1 at our knees and 2 at our waist. So as you can see, I have a right angle right here for my legs coming up, and then it comes in with the rest of my legs, and then my body with my torso, and then the top of my legs. So I have a right angle right here and right here. So if I ever say 2 right angles, make sure your posture is good. All right? So let's get our instruments in hand. Percussionist, you can be at your bass drum and snare drum. And so how I want this to go is we're just going to play a concert F trumpet. That will be your G. All right? First line in the staff. Make sure we're holding our instruments properly. And then percussionists, what you're going to do is you're going to roll on the snare drum, and you're going to roll on the bass drum, and we're going to go this for as long as possible. Okay, so percussionists, since you don't have air, you roll until the last person drops out, okay? So we're going to hold these notes for as long as possible. So long notes means lots of air. So think about the air exercise we just did, taking a big breath of air and let it out, okay? So I'll just give us a count of 4, and then just play G or F, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's make sure. Just remember, G is open fingerings, okay? Yes, ma'am?
Do you want my snare on?
You can keep it off right now. Alright, hold it for as long as possible, lots of air. 2, 3. Good job, guys. Good job. So that's just to get our going. It takes a lot of effort to play for a really long time, doesn't it? So this next exercise we're going to do, we're going to focus on our dynamics. Okay? Can someone tell me what dynamics are? Yes, ma'am.
What's the difference between like loud and soft?
Loud and soft. Different volumes of playing. Awesome. So we're going to play this note, this dynamic. Can someone tell me what that is?
Forte.
Forte. That means loud. So we're going to play that for 4 beats. And then we're going to play piano for 4 beats. Can somebody tell me what piano means? Good job. I like how we're talking. And that's really cool. You guys are smart. So, for 4 beats. And then we're going to play about a mezzo forte. Can somebody tell me what that means?
Medium.
Medium. Perfectly in between forte and piano. So we're going to play that for 4 beats. Now this is a new exercise, so I don't expect you guys to pick it up right yet, but an easy way to control our dynamics is through our air control. So if we want to play nice and loud, we need to push that air with a lot of force. If we play nice and soft, still nice and supported, but a little bit less force, okay? Focusing on that. And then for mezzo forte, it's like your talking range, just blowing out regular air, not too loud, not too soft. So percussion, what I'd like us to do, if you're playing bass drum, you're just going to be playing every 4 beats. 2, 3, 4. Over and over, all through this whole exercise. Snare drum, we're going to have our snare on. And then what we're going to do for that one is, yes, we're going to beat 8th notes. Steady 8th notes. Just da, 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 to keep time. So percussionists.
With dynamics.
Yes, following the dynamics. Yes, good question. So, what we're going to do, we're going to play, don't worry about what these are, we're going to stay on that concert F or G for trumpet, okay? So stay on that note, we're going to be like da, 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 and then immediately to the next dynamic, okay? Everyone understand what we're doing? So we're going to start with percussion, beating that tempo, steady 8th notes, and then every quarter note. Sit in good position, stay in position, I'll cue you in. So, 2, 3, and next. I can hear that our notes are changing a little bit with our air intensity, and that's okay. It's hard to play at different dynamics on the same note. It's a skill that we're going to slowly grasp. Percussion, awesome job at keeping time. So, as we go throughout this semester, we're going to work on this little exercise right here, and just really working on our dynamic control. But otherwise, really good job, guys. So now, you guys have an etude in front of you. So, how I would like this etude to go is we're just going to play it as written. So, it's very, very simple. We have a measure of playing, a measure of rest, measure a couple more rest and playing, yada, yada. We're just going to read the music as we know how to read it. So, trumpets. You have an option of playing the bottom or the top, whatever you want to play. Trombone, you just read the music. Now, percussion, we're going to have the stickings. Do you understand how to read stickings? You need some help with that?
I think I'm good.
All right, cool. So we're going to follow those stickings. And bass drum, you're going to be on the bottom. And do you know what those lines on the last note of the instrument? Yes, we're going to roll. So on that last note, hold that until I cut you off. It says a whole note for all of you. Hold it until I cut you off, okay? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So we're going to take this really, really slow. We're going to take it about right here. All right? Make sure that we're thinking about where we're putting our notes, where we're putting our slides, where we're putting our valve combinations. Make sure that we're hitting the right articulations. Make sure that we're hitting the right notes and that we're counting properly. All right? So percussion, again, they're going to be helping us keep time whenever we're resting. So make sure we have that internal clock, counting, and good. So what's your first note?
A.
Yes, that's going to be in second position.
So that's like right here.
That is sixth position. Second will be right here.
Oh, you know.
Second, you're not dumb, you're just not an instrument. So, and then fourth position for G will be right here. Yes. Awesome. And then where would that B flat be?
That would be 1.
Yes. See, you know the instrument already. You just need a gentle reminder. Do we understand our fingerings over here?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're going to follow our stickings over in the snare drum, and we're going to keep time. All right? So bass drum, you see that? You're going to be right at the bottom. It might be a little bit difficult to read, but that's how our music's going to be. You guys got this. All right? We're going to nice and slow. So lots of air to support the notes that we are playing. All right? So 1, 2, 3, and go. So if we're going at this tempo, guys. Sorry. If we're going at this tempo.
2.
Da, da.
Yeah.
There, 1, 2.
Okay.
Okay? So, and I'll count us in. Keep that going in your heads. Count the notes for their full duration. Now, good job percussion. You guys sound great. So, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 1. Da, 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 da. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's really good sight reading, guys. So we're going to focus on, as we keep looking at this etude, is getting those notes exactly where we need them to be. And what's a good way to control those notes? With our air. Air is going to be the key to everything we do from here on out as we learn our instruments, as we learn these pieces. Alright, percussion, great, great job. We'll learn some more rudiments as we go throughout this semester to make our sticking more advanced. And bass drum, my man, keeping it holding the tempo down. So guys, that's all we're going to do today. You guys sounded great. I can't wait to work with you guys later on.